Hello and welcome everyone. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Today we're going to be playing Flashback Standard. So we'll be playing Shards of Alara block with Zendikar block standard, extending all the way up to M11. And because this isn't a normal format on here, I'm joined by my best friend Isaiah.
Yo.
So we'll each be piloting 3 different decks, playing 3 full matches, and yeah, we'll just kind of talk about the decks as we play through it. It'll all be played from my perspective, so I'll be the one playing, or I'll be talking about mostly through my cards, and he'll be talking a little bit about his. So, first we'll get this match started, so freeform. The first match will be Time Sieve versus Jund, and we basically randomly decided who was going to play what. So,
and what was going to play what?
Yeah. So this ought to be interesting. All right. So I'm on the draw. So we have a 1-land hand, which is not going to do. So,
oh my lord, this is bad.
Alright, so he mulliganed to 6-2. Alright, so this is a pretty average-looking hand from what I remember, so we'll keep it.
I guess we'll keep a 5-land.
Also, something interesting is back then we didn't have the scry rule in Standard, or at all. So now we do.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So this is going to make it a little bit different. Not quite going to be the same. Alright, so... Oh. Yep. Alrighty.
That's right, buddy. Fetch yourself to death. Ooh, is that a swamp that you shocked with?
I don't really want my...
Oh, alright. It's alright. I'm playing Jund. I can just Ancient Grudge that.
Ancient Grudge it?
Yep.
Okay. A little bit wrong format, but...
Begrudgingly.
You know, whatever, man. Whatever floats your boat. Alright, so here, I think... This is what we're going to do. So we're going to go 2 mana... Cast a kicked overgrown chalice, overflowing chalice once, and then return a swamp and play a border post.
I like it. That was a good play. Ah! For those of you who don't remember, Jund always had problems with the mana base.
We're on your draw step, buddy.
Mine?
Yep.
It's your draw step.
Or, well, we're on your stop. Alright, so... We're just going to go ahead and play a Howling Mine and set up for what hopefully will be a good turn next turn. We need to definitely pick up some more pieces, but we got some good stuff and we got a lot of mana.
This is always the funnest thing to do.
Lightning. Okay, so... Let's just discard these 2 for right now. I forgot about Lightning. The card is so good. And by good, I mean unbelievably annoying, but, you know.
For you, at least.
Basically the same thing.
It's good for me, it's good for me. Ooh, open the vault and Angel Song to the graveyard.
Okay, I don't really want to cast this. That would just be an expensive Explorer. So we're just going to pass our turn.
Angel Song is going to get really annoying.
Yeah, and he's not really doing anything right now, so we're not under any real pressure, so we have a lot of time to just get to our combo. Of course, if he has a Maelstrom Pulse right now, this is going to be really bad, but, you know, okay, that's a pretty good clock.
See what happens here.
I guess I don't really need to fetch it my end step.
Yeah, now it's like
It's
kind of used to
not
that.
like I'm. Oh boy, I just totally wanted some lands. Okay.
How does this deck win? Would you like play Glass Dust Hulk or something?
Well, I can either win with Glass Dust Hulk or Tezzerets. But this is a little weird of a list. It's only playing one Glass Dust Hulk, so I'm assuming its main intention is going to be winning with Tezzeret.
It's been so long.
I don't know. So I think I want to force some action. So I'm going to take an extra turn and hope to draw more than just 2 lands off our Howling Mine next turn. Okay, well, we drew more than just a couple lands.
Draw a time seed finally?
No. Well, we got a Temple Bell, so that's...
I
It's
guess.
going to help.
Yes. Yes. Why can't we have Creeping Corrosion right now? That'd be awesome.
Because I don't think Time Seed would be that good of a deck at all if Creeping Corrosion existed in the same standard.
I'm just saying. Just throwing that out there for you.
So yeah, now we're starting to look less good. Hold on a second. I want all this all the way down. Do I need to save the settings? No? Okay, the autosave? Cool. Alright, so... Alright, so this time we're fetching at our end step. Because we just want to decrease our chances of drawing a land with Temple Bell as much as possible, even if it's only, like, a very small amount. Okay. Well, that was a really good draw, finally. So let's see what we can do here. Let's just start with this. Alright, that's pretty good. So... how much mana do we have? Alright, so we have 6 mana. I don't know why I tapped them all to count them. I could have literally just, I don't know, done math.
It was good. It was good.
Alright, we're going to return a forest. Wow, that's a plains.
Good job. I like that.
This match isn't going to go too well if I don't even know what cards are. Alright, then we're going to take another turn.
It has been almost a decade since we played these matches.
That's no excuse for a basic plains, Isaiah. It's no excuse for me not knowing what a
And
basic plains is.
There's no excuse for basic planes anyways.
Okay,
right?
well, I think we're about ready to do what our deck wants to do. And off the top of my head, for basically a red and a green, I don't think they have anything they can really do to stop us. Alright,
We'll
so
see, won't we? And drink my beer.
Okay, fonts. Another thing we gotta be careful is that we don't draw out, because that would be kind of embarrassing.
You also don't want to time out.
I'm not worried about that.
You don't know how worried you are about it. You've never played it on MTGO.
This is fair, but I have played other more complicated combo decks. Alright, so we finally drew a time sieve, which means we can finally start doing stuff.
Lucky.
So let's see, so we sacrifice 5 artifacts. There's cast. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna start by playing a border post, paying 1, returning a forest.
I'm just gonna go ahead and do this now.
Alright, bolting me, that's fine. Alright, double bolting me. Alright, cool. So yeah, if we don't go off now, we would have been probably dead in the next turn. Alright, so 5 mana up. Play a Prophetic Prism.
Gonna make you go off, Joey.
That's fine. Considering the fact that means I actually have to remember how to go off. It's Prophetic Prism. No, I do not. Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
It's been a long time.
So now we're going to time sieve 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess, because we don't really need to draw any more cards. Which does mean we probably will actually do want to get the Font of Mythos and possibly the Howling Mine off the board too. Let's see. Oh yeah, so that's what we want. We did not play this the most mana correct way. But that's okay. So let's go 1, 2. Oh, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let's do this right. Let's not be bad. And then
I hear you say that on your channel a lot. Let's do this right. Let's not be bad. Do you be bad a lot?
sometimes I make very bad decisions. Yeah.
Like that one time. No, wait, never mind. That was me.
It probably was you. Alright, so time sieving with a lot of mana on the stack. Sacrificing basically the rest of our artifacts.
This is always the worst, sitting across the table from this.
Then we're going to open the vaults. Get a bunch of stuff back. And then again, we're going to sack off our drawing artifacts because we don't particularly want them back. That's going to put 2 turns on the stack. Weird. Then going to just... Do we have a line drop still? We do not. Alright, so we're going to multi-kicker this for 1. Then gonna untap. Oh, I got a lot of cards in here. I guess I got to discard, huh? Okay. So
does it say anywhere how many turns you have?
Nope.
I
don't think it does. So small thing to remember, when we're playing Tezzeret, we want to use our artifact mana. Since he's going to plus tap him. Make our white mana. I think I have at least another turn built up, right? We're going to assume yes. Alright, we in fact do. Do I just draw out now? No, okay. Alright, now we ultimate Tezzeret and just kill you?
It's till the end of the turn. Yep. Yeah. This is gonna be great. Are you guys watching?
Alright. So now we sideboard. So against Jund. So you want Celestial Purge? Something to keep in mind because we're our combo deck, we don't want to just take out a bunch of our cards and make our combo anemic. That wouldn't be good. This deck only plays 16 lands. I guess that makes sense when we have like 8 border posts, but still. I just realized that. Alright, so I don't even remember what Jun played in the sideboard. Like, alright, I'm just gonna bring in
Think of the time. Think of the time.
some purges. Trim down on like some of this stuff. I guess maybe that's wrong. Whatever. We're just doing it. We're just doing it. It doesn't matter.
Just doing it. Just do it.
Alright, well, the classic zero lander.
This is good. I'll keep this for shizzle. I like it.
Okay, so this is a one lander, but we have a scry. And if we hit our second land,
You are so bad at that.
this
dude.
hand is great.
You're a horrible person when it comes to scrying.
I'm gonna keep it because I know we're just gonna never didn't have it always on top. Yes. All right, this is a game. Dopey Savage Lands coming to play tapped. What is this? 2011.
Technically, it's 2010.
Is that what this is from? Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. That's fair.
So it was, in fact, the year Parker was born, too. So there's that.
All right, so if he plays Putrid Leech, we might incentivize killing that stupid thing first. Nope, that's a duress. It's fine. We don't really care what he takes here. If we only had one purge, we might care, just because Putrid Leech is a pretty quick way of hurting us. But and then there's Sprouting Thranix. He's a pretty good beater. Yeah. So taking a purge tells us that he's got plenty of black and or red permanents, right? It's black and red. Yeah. Alright, I don't need to fetch in turn.
Well, I mean, it is Jun. So
Well, I mean, yes, of course it is Jun. Alright, so
every
we're gonna-
creature I play is black or red
that is true. It's not true. You got a lot of green creatures.
that are also black or red.
Master of the Wild Hunt is a green creature.
No, he has that red in his rarity symbol, so.
Because that's how Magic works. Alright. We don't want to play Howling Mind because we don't want to give him extra cards yet. Especially not when we have other options to draw cards. And then, of course, the deck just laughs us because we just draw a second border post and are sitting here with these mopey basic lands. I don't know when lands became mopey, but, you know. When you're playing a bunch of artifacts, right? When in Rome, as the kids say.
Is that what the kids say?
I have no idea, yeah.
Mr. Desmond?
You know, this weirds me out because I can't see the icon up at the top of my screen, so I can't even tell if we're still recording. We are still recording. Just so used to that. Alright, here comes a Putrid Leech. Nope. Nothing.
Why would I Putrid Leech when I know you have a purge in hand?
Because you're bad at Magic?
Burn.
Oh, they had to drop him off. At least I think. I don't know. He just showed up in the morning.
Actually,
Woke
not.
up and,
I don't want to just play out the next board horse. I want to play Wall of Omens.
well, the first day he was here, he was just sitting on the buffet.
Alright, yeah, I'm pretty
And
happy
he had a
about
little
that.
note,
Alright.
and the note is actually at. Oh no, the note that he sent beforehand is at Daddy's work, I think. And then so he was sitting up there. What?
I'm recording.
Oh.
Bloodbraid
Word.
has the ugliest art. She's a very angry elf.
Alright.
Oh, this is why I hate this game sometimes.
I'll take that.
Alright, we're gonna discard Open the Vaults, I guess, and the Island. Oh my god.
I'll take that any day, man.
Oh, it feels so bad. This deck was no fun to play against.
Might as well. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Game, you're laughing at me. Alright, let's just... Oh, I guess I could have played this other border post out. That was... Yeah, that was bad. You gotta be kidding me.
No, the kids.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's a good thing I have this Wall of Omens I can block this stupid stag. Because, you know, that's going to matter. Well, as it turns out, when Jen decides to actually play Magic, we lose.
True.
Alright, well... Nope, nope, that was bad. That was, in fact, very bad.
Did you play the wrong land? What kind of noob are you?
Yep, I needed to pick up the planes so I could purge one of these things so I just don't die in 2 turns. But, you know, we're going to be bad at Magic today.
Oh, dude, you're done.
Oh, boy. Oh, if you have Blightning, this is going to be so bad. If you not Blightning. Blightning's bad too, but Venomous Blast. Venomous Blast my wall into a Blood Raid Elf, I'll cry.
Oh my goodness, that would be insane.
That happens so many times in this format. At least to me. The good news is if we somehow manage to survive, we're in a decent spot to start trying to go off. No, we are definitely not in a decent spot to start trying. That was a Maelstrom Pulse. I think we're done here. Let's just go ahead and go to game 3.
Pretty that's pretty interesting, huh?
All right, so this is fun game we have here. Okay, we might want to consider some of these, maybe. You know, actually, probably on the play, I think we just want to be as straightforward as we can. Yeah, I think we just want to be have as much of our combo stuff as we can, just try to go off.
You know, one thing that's kind of like blowing my mind is that John's not running any artifact hate when this deck is like this deck and then Time Thief is like a really big deal in the format right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have Maelstrom Pulse. We were playing 4 Maelstrom Pulse.
Well, that's true too, but I mean, like the cheap artifact removal for sideboard at least is
That's
kind
true.
of like. I mean, yeah, Maelstrom Pulse hits everything, but when you're playing against a combo deck, it's kind of like good to have that option.
It's very true, especially when it knocks out like all your border posts with Maelstrom Pulse is good, but having Nature's Claim would also be
Yeah, exactly.
pretty scary.
Like hit the Time Sieve when you're tapped out or something. I mean,
Yeah.
Nature's Claim's obviously. Is that a thing as of this time? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was in I think Eldrazi.
Oh yeah,
Eldrazi. I think it was pretty. All right, so we're keeping a kind of loose 1-lander, but we have a border post, so we technically have like 2 mana. Plus we have a Chalice. This is gonna be an interesting hand. It's got a little bit of removal. Maybe we want to be a little more aggressive, try and find a better hand, but that also could result in us just literally getting a 6 that has no lands.
This is awkward.
Right. So that's actually a pretty good one here. And I think we're just going to multi-kicker this, and we're going to pass kind of like to have drawn another border post or something, so we could have done a little bit more this turn, but it still isn't bad. And if we get Blightning next turn, we have these to discard, which aren't great, but we do get through a lot. Oh my goodness, because we wanted a third open the vaults. Okay, so we're going to Temple Bell, and we're actually going to Temple Bell during our turn because we want to try and draw a land.
Me too.
Which we don't, so that kind of sucks. Yeah, we did not want to draw 3 open the vaults. I guess did I keep 2 of them in my opening hand? I think I did. We didn't want to draw a third. Alright, so awkward mana base is awkward. It's not like nowadays in Standard where like you have perfect mana bases. This was back when playing like 3 colors had some kind of a downside.
It's definitely a drawback, yeah. You couldn't play 4 color Standard decks and it actually work well.
I think our deck is laughing at us.
I kind of feel you over here.
Let's actually go ahead and play Wall of Omens.
Or don't.
That's also a card we don't want to draw right now.
You should probably Temple Bell for that land.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely do that. Even oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, we he's just gonna probably slam another land and play Bloodbraid or something.
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
All right, let's discard open the vaults. Yeah, we probably should have tried to get a little bit better hand. This hand seemed like it was going to pan out a little bit better, but then we drew 2 times even and then another open the vaults. Yep, every time like clockwork. Oh boy.
That's good.
It's all right. We can get rid of it. We can get rid of the stuff that we're scared of. Not a big deal. Assuming we draw lands once in a. Oh wait. I just.
Oh. I like it. I like it. That is the best thing about playing MTGO when you misclick.
Remember, kids, always block the 3/2 with a 0/4.
Unless.
No, unless. Just always do it. It's a Wall of Omens. You don't care if it dies.
Unless.
Okay, so awkwardly enough, we're going to actually just pass turn here. So we could play this out, but then we can't do this, and this thing's a little bit dangerous. So. And we're already at 16, so we're not in a great spot. To be fair, it's because we decided to not block. Oh, is that a Venomous Blast? Oh, no, it's just a Duress. Okay, we're fine with that. Our hand is just entirely redundant. It's not the end of the world.
Get rid of a purge. A purgy purge.
If he goes to Dresses again, we will... Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, we gotta purge the Leech.
Yes, yes you do.
Because he's just gonna Duress our Purge away, and then we just kind of can't deal with what's on the board. Here he probably takes our mana. I mean, nothing else really matters. If we were to Time Sieve now, we have nothing left on board, so we just die.
Are you going to block this time?
I am, because I did not just auto-pass through my turn. I would really enjoy being at 19 instead of 16 right now. But, you know.
I hear you.
Alright, let's draw cards. Alright. Can we somehow not die here? Pick this back up. Play this. Kind of want to get... Oh, I guess we need blue mana for that, huh?
It's important. I've heard.
Play out of Time Sieve. Not going to use it, but... Just going to put it out there. This way we have more mana next turn. If we start drawing some good stuff. Right now we have 5 mana. So actually next turn we could technically open the vaults and start trying to go off. Because we will be getting the field border post back from our field mist border post back from our graveyard. Of course, she's probably Maelstrom Pulsar mist field border post. Okay, no, it's a leech. Alright, so now we're pretty incentivized to try and combo off next turn. Which with only 10 minutes on our clock is kind of scary. I might time out. Haven't done that in a while. Alright, so we're going to Temple Bell. So, play a land. Oh.
Did you mess up, Joey?
Yeah, I didn't play my Marsh Flat, so I don't have double white for my Open the Vaults. Because we're good at this game.
Well, alright.
Can we time see without losing all of our mana? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we technically can. So let's draw a Temple Bell. Draw another Temple Bell. Let's play Prophetic Prism. Draw off of it. Alright. Play on the Time Sieve. Take an next turn with Time Sieve. Oh god, I thought we were going to Jund Charmed. I totally forgot that was a card. Oh my god, I just realized Jund Charm is a card. We could have just died there. Yep, I just played an island. I don't know why I just played an island. Okay.
Pretty good.
Alright, that was, well, you know what they say. Yeah, sometimes you punt the game. By sometimes, I mean always. Yeah, we were actually in a pretty good spot here probably to go off, but, you know, we just decided to draw. Or to play our island instead. Alright, we're going to multi-kicker twice. And pray we just don't die somehow next turn, which is highly unlikely with him having 8 cards in his hand. Yep. All right, that's the game. And he just pays 2 life for the Putrid Leech, and then attacks us for 10. And you even had a Jund Charm.
I was actually just holding it back until you went to open the vaults.
That's fair. Alright, so you need to switch up the cards you have?
Yeah, I need to go get a different...
Okay, so having Jund Charm means we were just going to die there no matter what. We weren't going to be able to open the vaults to get our stuff back, which, you know, it happens. Sometimes you just lose the game. Also, kind of did punt, just kind of not playing the Marsh Flats, which I don't know why I didn't. I don't know. I have no thought.
We're just having fun, man. We're just having fun.
All right. So, Jund. This is the list that he was playing against us. It's one of the more popular lists from around that time. It's playing, you know, Group Wild Speaker to kind of help ramp you, fixes your mana.
Some of them were playing Borderland Ranger at the time, but...
Yeah.
You know.
I think Garruk's just a kind of more powerful card, clearly because it's a Planeswalker and sticks around. Bloodbraid, I mean, you saw how ridiculous Bloodbraid was.
There's a reason it got banned in Modern.
Yeah.
But then unbanned, so whatever.
Well, I mean, at the time when it was banned, it was a little too much.
Yeah, yeah, Death Ride and everything. So
yeah, Lightning. It was just a lightning bolt that made me discard 2 cards, which is really good. Putrid Leech is a pretty aggressive, powerful threat. Being able to make it a 4/4 for just 2 life, especially against a combo deck that's not threatening your life total until it kills you, really good. And again, like we talked about, the 4 Maelstrom Pulse between the main board and the sideboard.
It's just overbearing.
That's a lot of removal, especially for stuff that just... It gets rid of multiple stuff, like against a combo deck where you're playing 4s of everything. It's really good. Oh, and he was playing Thought Hemorrhage on the board too, which... That's pretty good too. It's,
How many Jaces do you have?
I have 3 Jaces.
Okay, I need to borrow them.
Wait, what am I playing next?
You are on...
It's Pyromancer's Ascension versus Mythic Conscription.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm not playing any... Why is this not playing Mind Sculptors?
What? Pyromancer?
Pyromancer.
I don't know, just didn't play him at the time.
Alright, we got Jaces.
It was before everyone made the joke of just play Jace and you win.
That's fair. But that wasn't that false. That was a pretty true statement.
It was. I think I played Jason Valakut and
Right.
it still won.
Let me,
True story. True story.
That's because Spreading Seas is a heck of a card. Alright. I'll trade you the Jaces real quick. Yeah, because they're like, what, 100 ticks by themselves?
Yeah, like I couldn't afford the deck just now.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I don't know why I'm searching for anything. Just. Bye-bye, Jace. I knew you well. Okay, so, yeah, the next matchup is Pyromancer's Ascension versus Mythic Inscription. So, Pyromancer's Ascension, of course, interacts well with your graveyard. The idea of this deck is basically going to be to bolt them out of the game. Or, technically, we could mill them out with Jace in a very long game, but not super likely. And then Mythic Conscription plays Eldrazi Conscription, which is an enchantment that gives yourself +10/+10, trample, and Annihilator. The most common combo is putting on Birds of Paradise. The way you do that is with Sovereigns of the Lost Alara, which whenever a creature you attack alone, or creature you control attacks alone, you may search your library for an aura card that could enchant that creature. You put it on the battlefield attached to that creature, then shuffle your library. So you attack with your Birds of Paradise by itself, it gets the Exalted trigger, and then you get to go have some fun grabbing Eldrazi Conscription and hitting your opponent for 11 while making them sack 2 permanents. Oh, well, no, it doesn't trigger that first turn. But you untap with it, and then you get it the next turn. But, you know. Plus, it's just playing a really good shell. It's got Knight of the Reliquary, which is pretty powerful. Because of that, you're playing Marsh Flats, Misty Rainforest, and Verdant Catacombs as fetch lands. You got Lotus Cobras too, which having the fetch lands helps with, plus Knight of the Reliquary and Lotus Cobra make a lot of mana together. And then you're playing powerful planeswalkers like Elspeth Knight Errant and Jace the Mind Sculptor. Of course, at this time in Standard, it was pretty common to see 4 Jaces in basically every deck that could play Jace.
Well, not at this time.
Well, I guess that's true. Not quite yet.
That didn't happen.
So, rotation. But still, like playing 4 Jace in a deck that you want to really filter through your deck is pretty strong.
Jace was like always a broken planeswalker, but people didn't start to realize the power level until after Shards kind of like rotated. It was powerful before, but it got crazier after.
Yeah. And then another nice advantage of the Knight of the Reliquary is you get to play a Bojuka Bog in your sideboard, because
and
you can just
step too.
And a Sinjiri Step too for protection and stuff, right? It's the protection one.
Yeah.
So the protection means that you can at instant speed go at protect something from a kill spell, including the Knight itself or other things. But the Bojuka Bog really good against Time Thief, letting you to exile their graveyard at instant speed. A lot of decks played Ravenous Trap. Is that if multiple cards hit the graveyard this turn, you exile their graveyard for free? Is that Ravenous Trap?
Yeah, because the other one was Archive Trap.
Yeah, Archive Trap was the mill one.
Archive Trap.
So Ravenous Trap was pretty fun. It was pretty good, but Knight of Reliquary lets you do the same thing at instant speed with really no real cost to yourself. Especially since you want to be sacking lands to make it stronger anyway.
Got the new Lotus Cobra art.
The promo. Nice. Alright, so good to go? Alright, we're ready to start the next match, so we'll go ahead and
do that.
I guess I need to put in make this simple on myself. So it is Flashback Pyromancer Ascension.
Flashback?
Yeah, because this is Flashback Standard.
Oh, yeah, I'm like... Well, because, no, that deck runs all the important flashback cards, so I was like, wait, when did that happen?
I would love to play first, actually. I don't think this hand's keepable. I mean, especially like assuming I don't know what he's playing. I don't think this hand's keepable. Like obviously I know what he's playing, so I know this hand's okay against him. But I'm just gonna mulligan it. It doesn't look like it's something that's gonna really get me to win the game. It's a tough one. We're gonna rely on the preordain, but again we have the advantage of having a scry, which of course so we're gonna keep. We don't really want that on top. We're just looking for lands here, so. Oh, we're gonna fetch this turn, so I guess it doesn't really matter where our scry was. Alright, well I think we want both of these, so we're gonna put this on top, put it on top. Oh, I guess that was the wrong order. Oh, it doesn't matter. No, I'm dumb. It doesn't matter. We're gonna draw the other card next turn.
It's true.
Alright. So good old Nobly Hierarch.
Noble.
Alright, so we're gonna, as they say, bolt the bird. And just pass the turn. That doesn't mean we're getting to do anything else with our mana, and we're not drawing cards either, but I think it's more important to keep them off of mana. Alright, Birds of Paradise, the ugly Birds of Paradise.
That's my favorite art.
Always need to get bad taste. Alright.
You are my friend.
So we're going to see beyond because we need to hit land drops here. We do. We're pretty far away from casting this Deprive. I'm going to shuffle it away. We're going to play a bolt, or we're going to play a mountain and bolt the bird. This feels pretty bad if he draws neither, or he plays neither Reliquary next turn. But yeah, I think it's better just to keep them at as low of a mana total as we can.
Effectively kept me off like a turn 3 Jace?
Yeah, now you can't play Jace next turn or Elspeth. Alright, Lotus Cobra, which probably means fetch land, which probably means neither Reliquary. Nope, just a man land. That is a very nice art for Lotus Cobra, though.
It is, right? I don't see this really mattering. Don't need to add mana right now.
Alright, island. Alright, we drew the island. So here's an interesting situation. So we don't necessarily want them drawing with Jace. And if we tick it down, he just kills it with Lotus Cobra. But at the same time, if we... I think it's too likely that he's gonna get to 6 mana next turn, so I don't think I want to tap out. And if he does just nothing, we can always kick into the Royal and draw a card at the end of the turn. Good old fetch lands. Alright. So 6 mana. Alright, so he's got 2 mana up. Yeah, I think we wanna... Mana Link to Elspeth. We're pretty low on cards here, and we don't want him resolving a Planeswalker. That's going to be very difficult to deal with. Yeah, take 3. So here there's no point in just bouncing the Lotus Cobra to his hand with Into the Royal. Because that doesn't really let us play Jace next turn, because he can just attack with a Stirring Wildwood and kill it. Alright, so unfortunately...
You're playing Jace?
Baby Jace.
Oh, baby Jace. Oh, that's another thing. We don't have to play Jace Wars.
Oh, that's true. Oh, that's such a big part of that format, too.
Yeah.
So, for anyone that doesn't remember the Legend rule around this time, or the Planeswalker rule, I guess is technically what it is, or was. But when you played, if he had a Jace and I played a Jace, they both died. So that was the reason to play Jace Beleren in your deck, was to basically have a 3-mana kill Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Yeah, they changed the legendary rule.
Now you can control 2 yourself. So you can control Jace Beleren and Jace the Mind Sculptor yourself. For those who may not be able to hear her, we're not talking to nobody. Isaiah's wife is across the room asking questions.
She loves magicals.
She's actually a really good player. Alright, so right now we're really wishing this Jace could kill his Jace, because, yeah, are you going to Fate Seal me?
What else would I do?
I don't know, Brainstorm? I guess Brainstorm's not that great in this format. Well, you could hit a fetch line, though.
Yeah, I mean Brainstorm's fine, but I mean, I know you're running Bolt, and I don't want my Jace to die.
Oh, that's true. I didn't even think about Bolt. I've already played 2 of them. I'm not even thinking about Bolt at this point.
You can keep that.
Alright, so that tells me it's a card we're not going to want.
I don't know, I might just be bad at this, and, you know.
That's true.
I mean, you wanted a Jace, right?
That's totally what I wanted. Alright, so...
Oh, we don't have to play Jace Wars. That is so freaking great.
I think if we want to win this game, we're going to have to put this back in his hand so we can start trying to draw some cards, and hopefully next turn he'll spend the mana to replay it. I think that's right. I might be wrong. Maybe it's just a waste of time. Alright, well, Halmar Depths is pretty good. Oh, no, it's not. It's terrible. We just get to reorganize our top 3.
Yeah. It's like a worse Scryline. No, it's a better Scryline.
Actually, wait, hold on.
No, it's a worse one. You don't get to...
Yeah, you don't get to put them on the bottom. You just keep them.
Oh, my goodness.
But actually, this is actually not that bad, because we actually want 2 of these cards. So it's not terrible. We're going to play Jace, and we're going to... Let's see. So that would be 3... Alright, so he's going to have to choose next turn, either kill our Jace or play his own Jace. So we will plus it. So that's what he has to choose to do. Because right now, if we want to win this game, that's pretty much our only chances to make him have to not advance his board or draw more cards. And even that's just kind of a very small chance. This is a matchup that gets much better sideboard playing 4 Pyroclasms. I believe we're playing 4 Pyroclasms. Yeah, 4 Pyroclasms. Actually, we get a pretty interesting... What is this card? Oh, that's crazy. I didn't realize Calcite Snapper did.
Pretty good.
I miss Shroud. I wish we would get rid of Hexproof and just go back to Shroud.
Okay.
Alright. Alright, so now he's going to face to the top of our deck, which is why we did put this in the wrong order, because we wanted to draw the other card, not this one. So now he pretty easily bottoms CB on and we're in trouble. But there's a bit of mind games because we could have stacked it well and put a better card underneath, but we didn't. It's another Pyromancer Ascension. We're pretty dead. Yeah, we're pretty dead. All right, so we take 3 down to 10, and I think we're probably just dead next turn. Both gonna draw a card. What do you do? You deal 4 damage? Alright, so we're gonna Burst Lightning, kill this knight before it gets a chance to untap, and it becomes too big for us to kill. Also now, it does start giving him an extra card, but Jace is out of range of being killed by Colonnade by itself, or any of the creatures by itself, so he'd have to... Yeah, I'm not sure how he would kill Jace. But there's also the fact that he's going to get a Fate Seal us, and we're racing that clock, and we're racing our life total. And just... I mean, just 6ing us this turn would be... Actually, wait, are we just dead? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? We're not quite dead, right? Oops. So let's see casting. Yeah, okay, so he's gonna hit us for 9. Or no, I guess he's gonna kill Jace. I don't know. It's probably actually better just to hit us to 9. We have to draw a lot more cards than we're gonna draw next turn to kill him. Especially since what do you do with Jace?
I put it on the bottom, I believe.
Okay. Well,
I have to draw that for C.
as funny as that is, we just drew another Burst Lightning. And into another Sea Beyond.
Ooh.
So always yes, always yield.
Is this game then? Are you gonna kill me now?
I don't think so, but we're gonna get... Oh, that's so bad. Yep, no. Yeah, we're at 1. All he has to do is animate his attackers and kill us. Alright. So, sideboard, we're going to go ahead and bring in our good old P-Clasms. Oh my goodness, first C, Scry 4. Ugh. Totally forgot about that card. I don't think those are good. And I think maybe that's just not worth it. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's try it like this. I think this might be better. Or maybe the out-tempoing ourselves with this card's not is worse than this. No, let's run it back like this. Would I like to play first? Of course I would like to play first. Is that even a question? Okay, so this is really nice. We're going to get a lead on Halimar Depths here. And then have 2 fetch lines so we can decide whether we want to keep some of those cards or not. Plus, we got a really good hand against his mono creature deck. We're going to keep it. Alright.
Oh, I guess I don't remember.
It's really weird to think about all the rules that have changed.
Yeah, the game's changed so much since. Well, I mean, it has.
Whoa,
basically
what am
a
I doing? That's not
decade
what I
ago.
wanted to do. I don't know what I just did.
It's been 8 years ago, so.
It is. That's crazy to think about. Okay, so we definitely want a top card. I don't know if we want anything else there, but that's food for thought next turn. We'll see what he plays.
You're always thinking about food.
It is delicious.
Get it? Food for thought.
Yeah, I got it. I got you, amigo.
Pretty good, huh? That's
Alright.
pretty funny.
Pretty much wherever he plays, we're just going to kill next turn. Especially that ugly bird. Just plague on this battlefield.
Don't be afraid of my ugly bird.
Alright, we're gonna pre-order game because I think we wanted one of these. Alright, no, we don't want either of those. We'll go ahead and play this out. And first lightning there.
Yep. Can't believe you're afraid of a little bird.
No, I'm afraid of the noble or the knight of the reliquary that could come down next turn because of that bird.
It's true.
Alright. Well, that's a card that definitely rewards us for our potentially bad keeps.
True that. True that, my man.
So important to play the Arid Mesa here because sequencing your lands is important, as we learned in the last match. And this wants to get an island, and this obviously we're not playing plains, so has only one target. So I don't want to just fire these off because this is good to get rid of his creatures. Yeah. So we're gonna hold off on that for a minute. Okay, that's pretty good. We would like to start drawing some non-burn spells, but you know, we can't be too picky now, can we? That isn't either reliquary. Alright, well, we're gonna force action.
Oops.
Oh,
That is unfortunate.
that is very unfortunate. I was gonna waste 2 bolts on it, but
Yeah, I know.
I don't have to.
I know you were.
Now we don't have to. Once again, another important lesson of Magic Online. Don't just auto pass.
Don't just auto pass.
Important thing there, not cracking his fetch line because he's playing Lotus Cobras. Small thing, but helps with some mana. Also, we don't really want to spend all of our lightning bolts to activate the Pyromancer Ascension because it's one of our best ways. It's our main way of killing him. Alright. So there's the Cobra we were talking about. Ooh. Alright.
Fourth action.
So we could cast both our bolts to get Pyromancer Ascension online. Let's take a look at our deck list real quick. So all we have left is Burst Lightnings to win the game with. We have 3 Burst Lightnings and 1 Lightning Bolt left. You know what? I think it's worth it.
I would agree.
We have enough stuff, plus this way all of our draw spells are drawing us extra cards. And we're gonna fetch here. Grab the mountain. And we're gonna... Oh wait, that was... Okay, yeah. Thankfully that works out fine, but...
Yes, I will use those covers ability. Oh, that would have been so much better. Actually, it doesn't really matter one way or the other.
Right, so we're just gonna fetch an island here. We don't want to draw any more lands. Well, let's speak of the lightning bolt.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, this is real life.
Obviously, we don't want to just cast it right now into his face because we do want to save it if we need to use it on something. But hopefully, we just get to live in a world where that's not necessary.
Complicated.
Yes, very. See, at least this one's 2 combo decks against each other. The other 2 matches were combo decks versus fair decks.
Mine's so grindy though. Like yours is straight up combo, mine's not.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like mine just kills you combo or doesn't win the game.
Yeah.
Like that's a big problem. All right, we're just gonna take 3 here. We're not gonna spend our bolts on the wirewood. Why was I about to call that a wirewood symbiote?
I don't know.
That's
You've
not
been
even
playing too
close.
much Legacy or something.
All right. So that's actually a really good one, although it's kind of awkward because is not very often is going to come up to duplicate a counterspell. We would have liked to have drawn something like 4C. That would have been really good here. Yeah, we're going to let the bird resolve. The bird's not scary. Yep. Kind of tempted to. I don't want to just keep getting beat down by this thing. Nah, we're going to take it. I don't feel too bad at 12. Actually, it'll be 11 because we're going to fetch at the end of this turn. But grabbing an island. Well, I mean, how are dabs? Oh, those are all bad. I mean, looks like it's time to start bolting Stirring Wildwoods.
Love it. Love it.
Well, I guess technically we should have probably maybe Pyroclast in there to kill the birds so that we don't have to worry about Colonnade next turn. But I guess we're just killing Colonnade one or the other. It doesn't matter. We're killing whatever they attack with, I guess. Which kind of feels bad, but... You know what? I think we can go to 8. I think we feel okay about going to 8. Wait, no, we know what's on top. That was bad. I guess it doesn't... I don't know. I don't know, man.
Kind of a hard one.
Yeah, it's not a good place. We know the next 2 cards after this are still bad cards that we just don't want. I think we're just dead. I don't think there's a way we're getting out of this. Like... I should have been Pyroclasting this bird again. I had a chance and I should have done it.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Yeah.
Casting that Sovereign of Alara.
I know, right?
That's what you're doing, buddy. What else are you tapping 5-6 mana? Getting real tired of that thing. Alright, so we're not going to pull this trigger. What are you doing? What are you spending mana for?
I don't know.
I was gonna say, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't be casting something.
I was thinking about casting something.
What do you cast? Restoration Angel?
I was thinking about it. That's standard legal, right?
Yeah,
It was
definitely.
like 2010, even though it came out in, 2014?
Alright, we're just gonna Pyroclasm. Kind of ways to just get one bird, but I mean, we don't have a way of killing this colonnade, and at the moment he doesn't have a second blue source. Unless he's slow rolling one and has one in his hand, which could be. Or he could just have a bunch of mana dorks in his hand. Either way, it feels pretty bad to be in the situation we're in. That feels bad, man. That feels real bad. Hey, wouldn't you upgrade? Well, that's a Ravnica. Oh my god, it's a bunch of mana dorks.
Whatever. Like it matters.
Yeah, that's super relevant. Alright, so if only we didn't know what the card in our top of our deck was. Actually, no, maybe we should have deprived just to return a Halimar Depths to our hand. Maybe. Maybe that would have been worth it. I think maybe it would have been. Why can't you copy enchantments, stupid Pyromaster Ascension?
That'd be a little broken.
It would be. Copy planeswalkers and creatures. Yeah, so I think that would have been the right play last turn. We probably should have deprived one of the mana dorks to pick up the Halimar Depths. That way this turn, yeah, I mean, we're gonna... Yeah, we're gonna do that this time.
Return 2 lands, sucker.
That's not how that works, buddy.
I wish it was.
It's not how additional costs... Yeah, additional costs work. I don't know what I was going for there. I mean, now we're pretty happy that we didn't do that last turn. Although we still could have countered it with this. But... Alright. Ooh. Feels bad, man. And by bad, I mean feels good.
It's a lot of drawing, dude.
Alright, we are looking for Pyroclasms.
It's true.
If we had another turn, I would absolutely take... Actually, no, we're gonna take this. We did not get the cards we wanted. Preordain. Bottom both of these cards. Actually, no. Why would I bottom this? This works. This works the same. Yeah, it gets rid of both those. And we don't want either of those. Yeah, this.
Heat. Is that to the face?
No, it's your birds.
Oh, okay. That's pretty gnarly.
And then we are going to... Do we want to keep trying to draw with Preordain? I think we do. Yeah, it kind of sucks shuffling all that stuff back to the bottom. Or back from the bottom, but I think it's... Alright. Yep, 2 mountains to the bottom. And yes. Bottom both of these because we don't want either of them. Alright, another 4 C's is a pretty good draw here. Okay, so, I mean, we kind of are in a good position now, I guess. I mean, we're not dead anymore. And this Call to Mind next turn is going to let us pick up Lightning Bolt and Burst Lightning if we want to. Ooh, just nothing?
Nope.
Okay, so... I'm not really interested in playing Halimar Depths again.
Man, why don't I just go fetch for like a...
So then I'm going to start off by picking up
Breeding Pool would be nice.
a Lightning Bolt, copying Pyromaster Ascension, picking up... Actually, let's pick up a Preordain. Yeah, let's pick up a Preordain here.
Burst Lightning. If you Burst Lightning me last turn, I'd be dead this turn.
So there's that. Play this. It's 4C. And now our plan here is to find... What am I doing? Alright. We want none of these. Yes, use this ability. Yes. Alright, we will draw that along with another card. And then we're going to just go ahead and pass our turn here.
Note to self, this is not how you side against Storm. Or, well, sorry, Standard Storm.
It's Storm. Might as well be Storm.
Right.
Alright. We only have 1 mana up, so we're going to discard these spells that we aren't going to be able to cast next to this turn.
Oh my lord, this does not look good.
Next turn, we're hoping to close out the game. So in order to do so,
Do you have your grape shot?
we're going to Mountain, triple Lightning Bolt. Down to 7. 4C. Just going to dig basically through our entire deck to find our last Burst Lightnings. And they're probably just going to be at the bottom of our library because that's how Magic works. Yeah, you always use the ability.
All you gotta do is kick one. No, actually.
Alright, so there's one. So that's 6 damage. Alright, that's game. We got both of them. Same targets.
Is that three sets right there? 3, 6, 9?
So it's 2, 4, 6.
Is it 2, 4, 6?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh man, Mindbreak Trap is actually in right now.
Yes, it is. Alright, there's our last one.
What you got there, buddy? What you got with that, huh? Huh?
I'm not gonna pay it.
Cool. Game still.
Yep. Alright. Okay, so sideboarding for game numero 3. I mean, I'm not sure what else we want. I think just what we have is fine. I guess there's... I mean, Call to Mind was pretty great there, so maybe we do want the Call to Minds in the deck. Yeah, I think maybe we don't want Jace's, and we want Call to Mind and maybe an Into the Royal back in. Yeah, I think trying to take Mark of Mutiny would be too greedy. So let's put an Into the Royal back in. I think Jace is probably too slow. That was probably the right thing to take out in the first place.
I mean,
Especially since Jace doesn't kill Jace anymore.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna add.
Yeah. And again, we have a fantastic hand that's got a lot of removal. We would really like a Pyromancer Ascension for it. but you can't have your cake and eat it too in Magic. Alright, so... Huh. I'm almost tempted to not bolt the birds so that maybe we can use this, but then again, I don't want to just go straight into a 3-drop, so... Specifically a... oh, I guess he'd have to... oh, yes, did play a fetch, okay. So neither Reliquary would be out of Pyroclasm range. Alright, so... no play... play an island. We really need to draw some cantrips or... I mean, and Pyromancer Ascension. Those are both cards we really need to draw. I wish I'd go back to making textless rewards cards. That would be cool.
That'd be awesome.
No, that is in fact a Knight of the Reliquary.
Is it getting bolted?
Yes, it is.
Oh, my lord, Joseph Desmond Costa.
That's all I'm keeping, man. Alright, we drew another great card. We're going to play the island here. Yeah. We're in pretty good we're in pretty good shape. Pretty schmape.
Pretty good schmape.
It'd be perfect right now if you tried to play a Jace or something, so we could use all of our... he's just passing his turn. Okay, well that's awkward.
I'm a little stuck here.
I think we have the advantage if he's just going to play this pass go. Definitely puts us on the advantage. Yeah, we're fine not ripping this off. Pretty happy about it. Elspeth is definitely a card that can completely take this game over very quickly.
It's true. I've seen it.
So, that's another good one.
Seen it with my own eyes.
Again, we're still just really wanting to start drawing some Preordains or some...
What do you mean, boyo?
Was Preordain and Plunder in the same standard together?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, that's right, with Delver, huh?
Yep. It was a thing for sure.
Oh, that's just gross.
Yeah, I literally don't have a thing to do here.
Right, well, that means we have a lot of time. Oh, God, why? He may not be doing anything, but neither are we, which is not good. Alright, well... yeah, I don't want to 2-for-1 myself here to get rid of the Bailout, so I'm just going to counter it. Well, we've just drawn like 4 straight lands. That's not really where we want to be.
It's pretty good, huh?
If we were playing mismatch basics.
Oh, what's up with that crap? The crapola.
That's a 4/5. Why is that a 4/5?
What's your Burst Lightning gonna do now, dude?
So obviously now we really wish we would just kick this Burst Lightning on this stupid Obstinate Bailoff and countered this. Because I totally forgot Burst Lightning can be kicked for 4 damage. So we would have had a 2-for-1 ourselves. Now we have to 2-for-1 ourselves. So you see how this is a slippery slope. Like, 1 bad play turns into 2 bad plays. Next thing you know, we're just making a bunch of bad plays.
I'm gonna have the Burst Lightning Bolt my freaking Sovereign.
Worse.
Oh, it's gonna be double Burst Lightning, huh? Wow, how cute is that?
Oh. Dude, if you attack with it next turn, I just lose.
Yeah, it's true.
I can't deal with a freaking 14/14. Or I guess it'd be a 15/16 or whatever because of the Exalted trigger that turn. This game's almost comedic. Alright, just Burst Lightning off top 1 time, deck.
Do you have another Pyroclasm in hand for that?
Yes.
That'd be amazing. He's so awesome.
And double Pyroclasm does not quite reach.
Oh!
So,
That'd be fantastical.
we're pretty dead here. Yeah, we got nothing. We yeah. Again, got greedy with the Mana Leak, or the Mana Leak on the Obstinate Bailoff, and are going to lose because of it. Oh, please activate Call Name Attack with it. No? Don't? Okay, fine. Just win the game the right way. What are you doing? I hope you actually draw both copies.
That'd be amazing.
Oh wait, that puts them in the deck, right? Okay, yeah, good. Yeah, alright. So this is the magic of the deck. That's kind of cool, though. You guys get to see what both decks are meant to do. So that's kind of cool.
Pretty awesome.
But, yeah, we're super dead. I guess technically we brought in one into the Royal, right? We could draw it.
You might want to... There's probably people watching right now being like, why didn't he sack 2 permanents? Not understanding why Annihilator didn't trigger.
Yeah, so important with Annihilator, it's only on attack that the Annihilator triggers. So when you declare your attack, it triggers. So it was already attacking when the Eldrazi conscripts entered the battlefield. So, alright, we're just going to go ahead and fetch out a mountain here, and we're going to just let him kill us, because, yeah, you know, getting to die to things is fun. Oh my god! I'm so glad you did draw one of them. Alright. Being attacked by a 24/24. That feels pretty bad.
2 Annihilator triggers.
Alright, let's just sack off 2 lands.
Sack up 2 lands again.
Yeah, we'll sack a Pyromancer Ascension on an island. And then we'll die.
Like it. Let's fail search our library.
Feels pretty bad, man. Feels pretty bad. All right, so we are not on the winning side here. We are down 2 games or 2 matches. So the last one's going to be Naya Vengevine versus Blue Green Polymorph.
In that last game, you impressed me. You impressed me. That was always a really difficult deck for people to run in Standard.
Oh, the Pyromancer Ascension?
Yeah, that was literally your first take on it. I mean, you kind of know what to do already.
Well, I played Pyromancer Ascension in Modern. We played the Jeskai Ascension, Pyromancer Ascension like 2 weeks ago, and that's very similar. It's same idea, cantrips, except that deck has creatures to help you win the game.
Yeah, it's got like
this version literally has 8 spells to try and win the game with, which is not a lot.
Although, back in the day, I remember that deck did play, when Valakut was really a thing, that deck did play like 4 Archive Trap out of the board, and that was always really annoying.
Archive Trap was pretty good.
Reminds me of the time your host here played 4 Archive Trap in the board of Red Deck wins during this Standard, because we didn't have anything else to sideboard, and it ended up being like the worst thing in the world for a Valakut player.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
And I kept a hand with like 2 or 3 of them in the opening hand. The rest of the hand was pretty bad, but it was like,
I think he milled the mountains he needed to kill you or something.
Yeah, he couldn't kill me anymore. And I think I Mark a Mutiny and killed him with his own Titan to win that game.
That was awesome.
So it was a pretty good feeling. All right, so the Naya Vengevine deck. Now we're gonna be the derpy creature deck that does nothing until we actually win the game. Except we're not playing a super just win out of nowhere combo. We're playing Vengevines and Fauna Shaman. Fauna Shaman's gonna let us discard our Vengevine to grab stuff like, Bloodbraid Elf or Baneslayer Angel, which is funny because at this time Baneslayer Angel is like one of the absolute best cards in the format. And probably, maybe besides like the Eldrazi and Primeval Titan, probably the best creature.
Baneslayer at the time, man.
Yeah, like
it was one of those creatures that, I don't know, just defined the format for. I mean, any deck that could run double white was running Baneslayer.
Yeah, and it was in the format before M11. It was in since M10, I want to say.
Yeah.
So it was there before we got to
the Titans,
and everything at the end of Zendikar. So it really ran the format, or at least for white decks. Stoneforge Mystic, kind of weird in this deck. We only have Basilisk Collar,
But it plays Cunning Spark Mage.
It does. So that's a pretty good combo though with Cunning Stark Mage. Cunning Stark Mage.
Cunning Spark Mage, yeah.
Cunning Spark Mage. Of course, Stoneforge Mystic didn't become super ridiculous until we got to Scars of Mirrodin, where we all of a sudden had sort of Body and Mind, sort of Feast and Famine, and then, of course, she got the axe right when we got Batterskull, which I think was for the best.
Well, I think she got the axe like 2 weeks after Batterskull. We had a little bit of time with Batterskull.
Yeah.
And that's why the banning eventually came down.
That makes sense. Yeah, her and Jace did not last very long with Batterskull in the format. Yeah, they've been tyrants to that point, but this Stoneforge Mystic is not going to be nearly as oppressive. Still going to be good, though, if we can set things up right, but that's why we're only playing one. Kasali Pride Mage, interestingly good in situations because it can destroy artifacts, so it's really good against Time Sieve, but it's also an exalted creature, so it helps to kind of go with the theme of the nobles and stuff. And it's kind of, got this green-white value deck to it going on. And then, of course, Bloodbraid Elf is just great. And it's a great feeling going Bloodbraid into Knight of the Reliquary. Ajani Vengeance, one of the most powerful planeswalkers before Jace. Really good. I mean, even with Jace, he's really powerful, but, not quite as in the spotlight. The one card that's a little weird, Realm Razor. When it enters the battlefield, it exiles all lands, and when it leaves, you put all the lands back into play.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Definitely feels like a bit of a win more card, though.
Well, it's kind of like, it's one of those, I feel like it's one of those things where you just overextend into it when you know you're going to be able to push it in, so that, all of a sudden your opponent maybe been playing from behind because he knows he has a board wipe in hand or something, and then...
Yeah, then can't cast it.
Yeah.
Although what I'm hoping for is we get that situation where we get to cast a Noble Hierarch, Fauna Shaman away a Vengevine for a Realm Razor, slam the Realm Razor, and get a Vengevine back and attack with it. That'd be a pretty sweet turn.
Yeah, I would just scoop, I think, at that point.
So, it's pretty good. Another thing interesting is, of course, you can just sit on the board with Realm Razor and you don't have to attack with it if they have a creature that can block it advantageously. And obviously, if it's the only creature you're playing, if your opponent has another creature, you're not going to play it because you don't want to put yourself in a bad situation. This deck's taking advantage of Sun Titan too, so we're going to be able to get back stuff like Knight of the Reliquaries, Stoneforge, Cunning Spark Mage, our Basilisk Collar. Works really well with Kasali Pride Mage. Also interesting synergy is Fauna Shaman, of course, could discard some of this stuff and then get back later in the game with Sun Titan.
Oh, that's pretty good. I hadn't even actually thought of that.
So... and our sideboard's pretty straightforward. Only one I gotta read and see what Dauntless Escort does.
Oh, that's like the business, right?
Oh yeah,
there.
gain indestructible until end of turn. Yeah, so that's really good against Wrath decks. Definitely, that's a really good one. I didn't realize that does. Night Charm's another one I haven't seen in a while. So deals 3 damage to target creature, return target card from a graveyard to its owner's hand, and tap all creatures target player controls. So that's pretty good. It lets us buy back something, or it lets us kill something. So that's pretty good.
It's the business. We like to say.
And then 2 more Realm Razors in the sideboard for those matchups where we are playing against like control decks where their Wrath is the only way of beating us and we just want to take them off of it. I would assume that's what it's for at least. And then we're playing, of course, Obstinate Baloth. Not quite as good as it was or
will be
when we get Liliana the Veil.
Well, it really got its... Wait, Liliana of the Veil, was that...
It rotated out by them, didn't it?
I think, no, Obstinate Baloth was good against Blightning.
Was it Blightning? Yeah.
It was Blightning.
So the whole getting hit by Blightning and discarding Obstinate Baloth, putting it right into play, that's a pretty not fun feeling. It makes you wish you wouldn't have...
That was a big play against Jund then. And Obstinate Baloth was really big as a life gain for Valakut after Alara cycled out.
Well, and Valakut could play it so fast.
Yeah, it was like a turn 3 play for
It's just ridiculous.
Good blocker. I mean, between Overgrown Battlement and Obstinate Baloth, that you couldn't do a whole lot.
And then taking a look at the blue-green polymorph deck, since we've spent so much time on the Naya deck, it's pretty much just your typical ramp deck.
I want to make space for these 2 Jace Beleren, drop those because of the fact. Just because of the fact it's not good to play it.
Yeah, well, I think the reason it was in the sideboard was because...
Jace War.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
So, I mean, if you have something you can think of cutting it for, go ahead. But I don't really know what you cut it for. Yeah. So, okay, Nature's Claim was in. I think that's Zendikar.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but anyway, so the idea of mass polymorph here is you want to make a bunch of tokens because you don't want to play very many creatures because whatever number of creatures you play, you want to be able to get with your mass polymorph. So you mass polymorph and you get yourself your Terastodon and your Iona, or just one of them. I mean, they're both really good. Oh, and there's an Emrakul too that I just couldn't see off screen. So mass polymorphing into them, allowing you to really just take a huge advantage. Terastodon, of course, letting you destroy any permanents, and they get beasts in exchange for them. But when you're facing down, like, you know, an Iona and a Terastodon, 3/3/3s is not very impressive. Also, hitting Emrakul's pretty good, since that basically means if they get to untap somehow with it, you're gonna win. So, and then of course it's playing Jace and Garruk to kind of help facilitate the rest of the deck. And something interesting here is See Beyond was a really good card for a deck like this, because if you drew one of those, that was a really bad feeling. So See Beyond lets you shuffle it back into your deck. And of course Jace can just be a win condition on his own, so you can just legitimately tick up Jace to win the game. Is that right? Are these flash freezes supposed to be in the main board?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, Jun.
That's true. That's true. So Jun being a pretty bad matchup, flash freeze in the main board makes sense. And we've only been going for an hour and a half. That's pretty nice. Okay. That's pretty nice. All right. So another interesting thing here is, of course, you know, Awakening Zone can just really kind of take over the board. Just creating a bunch of tokens and producing a lot of mana. And then Mass Polymorph. Yeah, so this is a really, really pretty quick combo sometimes. Sometimes it can go off pretty quick. Plus it's playing a pretty decent control shell where it can kind of keep you from doing stuff until it gets to that point. Us playing a Naya deck is going to make Flash Freeze really good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because that's basically... I mean, there's Stoneforge Mystic, Baneslayer, and Suntide are the only cards in our deck that don't get countered by it, besides the Basilisk Collar. And of course, sideboard we get 3 more cards that don't get countered by it. Celestial Purges. But basically, this deck is not very good against Flash Freeze.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to Celestial Purge?
Yeah, and Celestial Purge is terrible. It's not going to come in this matchup, because you don't have anything that we want that's red.
It's true.
Or black.
You could hit your own stuff, like your own Ajani Vengeant and stuff.
Because I'd ever want to do that. Makes total sense.
You ready?
If you are.
I believe I am.
Alright, let's...
Oh, Awakening Zone, dude.
Of course, it can definitely flood the board with tokens and be a major pain. Alright, so Avenge by Naya here against Blue-Green Polymorph.
I think it's technically blue-green-white, but the list said blue-green. Well, it's just because it's playing that Iona.
Yeah, alright, we will play first. And this hand is...
Oh, this is garbage. This is absolute garbage.
I don't know if this hand... I think this hand's bad. Maybe not. I mean, we got mana to cast stuff, so maybe it's not terrible. It's a little slow, though. No, I'm going to play We'll Keep It.
Whoa, this Emrakul looks awesome.
Oh, did you get the Magic Online promo?
I think so. It's like full art.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. I'll probably see it.
Yeah.
I'll probably see it in a minute.
With any luck, I guess, huh?
A little awkward having the Sinjiri Step in our hand because it is a tap land and we'd rather Knight of the Reliquary for it. But this is not a matchup where that's going to be super relevant. I'm really on Rage Irving here.
The one I want to draw next, I put first? Or
It'd be the last one you put on top.
Yeah, okay.
So you're just putting the third, then the second, then first. So hope we draw something good. Well, we did draw something good, but it's going to be a while before we get there. So we're actually just going to play this tapped land here. Again, it's probably going to be just a blank tapped land anyway in this matchup. I don't think he has any targeted... Oh, he has Ender Royal, so I guess we could technically neither Reliquary for that. Alright, so that's actually not bad. I think we're going to play this fetch land, and then we're going to play... attempt to play Birds of Paradise at least. I don't think we're getting Flash Freezed here. Or Mana Leaked. So next turn, we have a feeling he's going to have a counterspell, so I think we're going to lead on this card. Because if it gets countered, we can get rewarded for it the following turn. And he just interrolled our birds. That's, I mean, that's fine. We weren't counting on the... It's a ramp us to next turn. I don't know why I'm fetching at the end of the turn again.
Old habits, dude.
It's a hard habit to break, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright, well that's a card, alright. Alright, so that makes us wish we wouldn't have gotten the bird bounced, but alright, we're going to just tempt Vengevine here. That's some beautiful art, man. That angry shrubbery.
For real, it is.
Alright, let's bash in for some damage.
Some damage.
So him not countering the this resolving doesn't really say he's got a counter spell. All it tells me next turn is he's very aware that we might have a Bloodbraid Elf and doesn't want to give us a free Vengevine next turn. And then for countering, that's just basically a 3/2 nothing, because that would feel really bad. Alright. So CB on in here trying to hit a land. If he doesn't hit a land, that's great for us. That means we're going to have a super explosive turn next turn. Alright, he hits a land, but it's a tapped land, which is fine. Alright, well... I mean, just going to do it. Ooh.
Oof, that's a thing.
That's what I like seeing there. Alright, so this is going to be good. This means we're going to kill one of these and attack through... I mean, it doesn't really do much. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like it's, whatchamacallit? Is it Staticaster?
Oh, that would have been
If it was Is it Staticaster, this would have been really bad because then he would have had nothing to mass polymorph in 2 turns. Another thing is Iona is actually really good against us because it names red or green and we lose, like, again, same with the Flash Freeze issue, we lose like 90% of our spells. That mass polymorph being 6 mana is not feeling too good right now, is it?
It's not. Yeah, that's game on that one.
All right. Yeah, we were sitting on a really good hand here.
Yeah, that was absolute garbage.
Yeah. All right. Well, we were unfortunately going to what would hit with the Bloodbraid? Oh, we're just gonna hit an either Reliquary. That's all.
That's all.
Yeah. All right. So technically, if this was a regular match, we'd have no idea what we're playing against. But I would assume, seeing a really like kind of bad land in most decks, that we are playing against the deck we're playing against, which is, I can't think of what it's called because I'm dumb. Polymorph. That's what it's called. So I want to bring in these Realm Razors. Maybe a little too cute, but I think it'll feel pretty good to just rip all of his lands away from him and just kill him with a 4/2. That being the case, I don't think Solid Pride Mage is any good, and I don't think we really need Baloth. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Baloth's going to be that big of a deal. We got a lot of really good creatures already, and the life I don't think is going to be a big deal. Yeah, I think we're just going to run it back like this.
Just taking it easy on you.
Hope to raise some realms. Love to slam like a turn 3 or 4 Realm Razor. Alright, this hand's pretty sweet.
That'd be facetious.
This hand's gonna do some good stuff.
Oh, this is garbage. Really?
Alright.
Really? Oh my gosh, this is bad.
It looks like we're gonna win this one pretty easily here.
We're playing again after this. This is not a good consensus of what this deck can do.
That's fine. I'm alright though, we're getting on the board still. We got a really good hand here. We're gonna have an early Ajani Vengeance, which is gonna be really good at locking down their lands, and eventually is gonna just be able to blow up all their lands, which Mass Polymorph is not the fastest combo deck in the format, clearly. Alright, we drew a Fauna Shaman. Oh my goodness, this deck. Alright, we're going to lead on Noble Hierarch here. And that's going to be it for us on this turn. Oh, alright, we are, so that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we are going to go... grab another forest here. Another Reliquary. Now, we could have played the Terramorphic Expansion, played the Fauna Shaman, but... again, we just want to go big. Of course, it's going to feel pretty bad if we get into the Royal here, but, you know, whatever. Yep, that's exactly what just happened. So, I don't know why they printed Blink of an Eye. They should just reprint Into the Royal. When Blink of Eye is literally just the same card.
I feel like, let's see. I feel like there's a difference. I'm not sure what it is. But I like, kind of remember there being a difference. I mean, obviously be...
well, yeah, I mean, one's from Dominaria and the other's not.
No way! Is that what it is?
Alright, so this is a little awkward because...
sneaky wizards.
I would much rather be playing 2 spells with the Vengevine in the graveyard, but it's not going to happen today, so... I'm going to play these 2 out and pass turn. Yeah, if that draws a Flash Freeze, that's fine with me. Better that than our Johnny Vengeance or our Night of the Reliquary. Was awkward drawing this tapped, this Sinjiri Step is going to have to go and play tapped. Please no lands. Miss on land. I'm not happy about that. Well, are we betting money that that last card in his hand's Flash Freeze?
We are. We are.
So I feel like it probably is, but I think my Realm Razor is ready to get Flash Freezed. I think. Oh, that's lame. All right. Well, we're not playing a Realm Razor today. We're gonna instead give our noblest lady some pro green.
Pop in for 1.
And then we're gonna slam ourselves in a Johnny Vengeance.
Oh yeah, that can't happen.
You gonna sack that fetch land?
Oh, that's a fetch. You know what? The stack was like right over my land there. So I'm like, I'll just tap this breeding pool. But it's
yeah,
not
we're getting Flash Freeze here. Not a good feeling, but you know, last card in hand, or is it negate?
No, it's actually Mana Leak.
Oh really? Okay. No, we're not. We can't pay that. All right, we're getting for here for 1 damage. Sending the message.
Mean business.
Hierarch's getting angry. She hasn't gotten to do anything valuable today, so.
I guess that was a good draw, huh?
Please don't be a Flash Freeze. Or another Mana Leak. Just don't be a spell that can actually do anything. What do I need? Oh, into the Royal Kick? That's awkward.
I know, that is awkward, isn't it?
Did you... Oh, that's
fantastic right there. I was waiting on that one for a little while.
rest in peace, mana. You ain't coming back today. I hope the top 3 cards are all your mass polymorph targets. Hey, you know what's super awkward about that?
You don't have no mana?
Yeah, that feels bad, man. Realm Razor feels bad.
Well, you technically do have 2 mana, actually. So that's really bad for me now that I think about it.
Alright, we're gonna pro-green this lady.
That Realm Razor was pretty awesome.
Alright, well that Realm Razor officially, what is it, Armageddon? Is that what the Destroy All Lands is? That Realm Razor just officially was a 6 mana Armageddon, so that's not the end of the world. We're ahead on mana here.
So people are probably wondering again, why the heck would that stupid guy do that? Well, because I'm old to 4 and it's obvious that I'm gonna lose. So I might as well have fun.
And that was actually a significant inconvenience. Although next time we're just gonna start slamming Knight of the Reliquaries and hopefully end this game on short order.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and scoop, but why don't you scoop so we can play the 3rd game instead of having to start a whole match over?
Yeah, we can do that.
Unless you would rather just play a whole match.
I mean, we can do either one. Doesn't matter to me.
I'll play a whole match if
Alright,
you want to play a whole
we'll
match.
finish this game then. Most awkward tapped land ever. Alright, another Reliquary.
It's a 4/4.
What were you gonna do to it?
No, it's a 4/4. That sucks.
Gonna be a 5/5 next turn.
For real?
Exalted?
What? Is that a thing?
Alright, this is just purely win more. Oh, you're gonna. Oh my god. Alright, whatever, man. That's disrespect.
Bring it, dude. Bring it.
Block with your ugly, stupid plant token.
I ain't gonna block with my precious token.
I hope I get to the man to Realm Racer you again.
That'd be
English.
fantastic.
Oh, I should have played this Birds of Paradise. What am I doing?
Being bad at mana.
See, if I would have played the Birds of Paradise, I could Realm Razor this turn.
I would just into the Royalid again.
Why did I grab the planes? Oh, because I was thinking I wanted to deny the Reliquary. Use its ability, but I don't want to do that. That's really bad. Get it countered?
No.
Alright, then we're gonna smash in for 6. Yep, now throwing the block in front. And now we hope to draw effects on the next turn just to win the game. If not, we still just put them to 1. Well, you know, and some days you just want to watch the world burn. Best cascade
Ever.
Alright, well. Another royal. Yeah, alright, that's fair. Wait, why did I attack with everything?
Because you clicked attack with everything.
I don't know why. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that was... I mean, not like it matters too much. Well, you know, because we're on the hasty plan.
Why not, right? Why not? Why not?
We're just getting with our hasty fellows. Well, and Knight of the Reliquary.
But you didn't see this coming.
You know what? That's fair enough. I did not. All right, next time we're just playing the Realm Razor, and we're just gonna say screw it.
Feels bad not to have a board wipe, nor the mana to cast one.
I mean, you're playing blue-green, buddy. There's not much you can do about that one.
Simic Charm.
What does Simic Charm even do?
I don't remember. Something about hexproof.
You're just gonna throw out a charm. Random charm that may or may not do anything.
And you got this one.
I've had it for a few turns now, but...
No, I was going to come back. We all knew it.
Alright, let's run back one more match here. Same pairing.
See if I can not mold a 4 every game.
You only molded 4 that second game. Calm down.
Every game.
Again, we want to be on the play here. Alright, so this is a pretty interesting hand. This actually is unkeepable because we have no way of getting a green source. This hand, on the other hand, is fantastic because we have a green source. We will keep it, and yeah, we'll keep it on top. That feels pretty good.
This is a hard match.
Yeah, because we can get super aggressive, get underneath your flash freezes and stuff, and then
This is just
take over the game.
quite difficult.
Alright, so...
Yeah.
Classic Night of the Reliquary on turn 2.
I like it.
Alright, so next turn's going to be really good. Oh my goodness. That's... So, we're actually going to go get a mountain here. Well, I don't need to tap all those forests. Playing a Johnny.
Oh my lord.
And I'm going to keep him off that blue source for the turn. It means we don't get in for 5 damage or for 4 damage this turn, but that's okay. Yeah, see, now he doesn't have any blue sources, so we're going to be able to lock him off blue for the rest of... For the next couple turns at least, not for the rest of the game. Keep that tap down. Cast the Vengevine. Oh. Hit for 9, down to 11.
Oh my goodness. What do I even do here?
Alright, so... I don't know if the fogs were the main board or the sideboard, but if he has a fog here, he'll survive another turn.
Oh, yeah, no, that's game. I don't have anything.
Right.
You didn't even have to do that.
But I wanted to.
You should have just killed me with the Johnny. That'd be funner. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that locking down my blue source was pretty significant.
Yeah, in these matchups like that, when you can more aggressively play a Johnny out and try and lock them off a color when they're a 2-color deck like that, it's pretty good, especially then they draw their colorless land, which I think you only have 1 in your deck.
I think so.
Alright, so...
That's 2.
Oh, you have 2 of them?
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized actually Naya Charm's actually not terrible here. It would let us out-tempo our opponent. And actually, oddly enough, Cunning Spark Mage Basilisk Collar is really good against them because it's going to give our Cunning Spark Mage Death Touch, so we can actually kill the big creatures he goes and gets.
It's pretty good.
So we want to keep that in. I think we'll submit like this, just bringing in 1 Naya Charm and 1 Realm Razor. Naya Charm kind of for tempo. Maybe. And Realm Razor again, despite the mulligan to 4, keeping him off of lands is not a bad idea.
As long as he doesn't exile everyone's lands.
Hey, to be fair, we were ahead on board when that happened. It may have only been 2-1-1 or 1-0-1 with whatever. And oh god, this is a good hand. If this was modern, this would be a good hand. But unfortunately, this Arid Mesa does not get me a forest. And this hand is just hot garbage. Okay, so you see, like a hand like this, I can't even imagine having to keep a hand like this without the scry roll. This feels just bad. I feel so spoiled by this, by being able to scry now when we mulligan. It's weird to think of the fact that we used to not be able to do that.
Yeah, that's a true statement.
Really in the tank there about whatever he's got on top.
All right. No, I should probably be more vocal about what I'm doing. You're doing a good job of talking and telling me what you have in your hand.
Oh my god, because we wanted to scry a Baneslayer to the bottom and then draw a Sun Titan. That is what we wanted to do. That was the plan. Thankfully, we have this Fauna Shaman to hopefully get some of this stuff out of our hand when we draw stuff like this, which Sun Titan's fine, but it's not really what we want here. Alright, well. Fauna Shaman. Yeah, I mean, Fauna Shaman does a lot for this deck, so it's not too strange for it to get countered here. We gotta play another bird. And right now we're in pretty good shape. The nice thing is, we do have another play next turn even if we don't draw some more lands. And if we do just start drawing some lands, we have a Sun Titan to look forward to. Growth Spasms?
Spasms the gross.
Alright, so making an Eldrazi Scion and searching for a land. So it's like a Cultivate, except you're getting a spawn instead of the second land of your hand.
Oh, that's the business right there.
Alright, so Stoneforge, so we're gonna go get
Basilisk Collar.
Yep. And we're just gonna actually play it out. We don't have a reason not to. It's more mana efficient anyway than activating Stoneforge's ability to put it in play. And depending on what he does next turn, we actually are going to want to slam Sun Titan. Another interesting to keep in mind is if he Mass Polymorphs into Emrakul, and we hit one more permanent, we can actually keep a bird around and block it with the Basilisk Collar. Oh no, it won't work with bird. I'm dumb. We'd have to have a creature with power for that. For Death Touch to be relevant.
It's true.
It's alright, we're just going to draw Cunning Sparkmate off the top and kill that Obstinate Baloth. Well, that's not quite an Obstinate Baloth, but it is a Vengevine.
Vengevines are important, I've heard.
And we actually don't mind trading here, so we will attack in. We would have liked to have been able to equip the Basilisk Collar to it, but we do not get that luxury. We don't really have a way to play around Mass Polymorph anyway. If he has it right here, we're just kind of dead. Which, he has it. Alright, well. I mean, that's pretty bad. Yeah.
What color do I want to use?
I'm not so sure how we're going to get around an Iona. I mean, I guess Cunning Spark Mage is like our main way out here. So oddly enough, this Fauna Shaman being in our graveyard is actually great for us if we draw a land and can resolve the Sun Titan, because then we'll get to put the Fauna Shaman back into play. And then from there, any creature we draw, we can start cycling through to get the other creatures we can play. Except chose white on Sun Titan. Right, so it gains a lot of life. Alright, naming Sun Titan's actually really bad for us. I don't know how we're going to really get around that, since Sun Titan and Baneslayer are like our two best options here. And that's lovely. We drew a Knight of the Reliquary. Alright, we're going to equip the Basilisk Collar to the Vengevine, which really doesn't do anything, but yeah, I think we're probably just done here. I mean, it feels a lot better hitting Obstinate Bale, Iona than hitting Emrakul, Trastodon, and Iona. Trastodon would have actually been really bad for us because that would have been able to blow up our Basilisk Collar and our lands, and then we would have been in trouble. Yep, I mean, now we're on the system. Really, oh, I guess I should have blocked. Whatever.
Could have, I guess.
I don't think it particularly matters. Yeah, I think we're just kind of dead here. We just kind of had a stumbled hand and just didn't do anything. That's kind of how this game's gone.
It's about time, though. Jeez.
I mean, perhaps a little. Oh, because you won 2 matches. All right, we're gonna definitely throw a bird in front of this Iona this time. If we draw anything that's not white, we can already cast it. Besides Realm Razor. Oh yeah, because Tech Edges matters. All right, we're just gonna go to the next game. We got really no outs. Yeah, we weren't gonna draw very good, and even after hitting the Fauna Shaman, we weren't gonna really have anything after that for a while. All right, so
That double Bailiff was actually pretty good to hit off.
that was very good. All right, so yeah, this is not looking good for us. Unfortunately, I think what we have is just the best we have. We just gotta get off on a fast start.
Being on the play is like insane for your deck.
Yeah, it's almost unfair with as aggressive as that can be,
Yeah.
especially against a blue deck that's got a bunch of flash freezes and stuff. Being able to get underneath that.
It just derps. Just
All right,
derps the whole
well,
time.
this is the lovely joy of playing mid-range decks. A bunch of nothing. As I just said. I don't think the hand wins the game. Since, okay. Alright, this is not great, but we'll play. It plays.
Plays like it plays.
Yep.
Wish See Beyond was an instant.
That'd be a little too good. Alright, well, that's not a bad one. Fought a Shaman, again, probably gonna get countered. It does. Alright, well, we're not feeling super good about this next turn. We kind of have fallen behind thanks to that mana leak. And this might help us get back in the game. Of course, the awkward thing here is if he has another blue source, this doesn't do that much, but it does enough. Yep, another blue source. It doesn't feel good, but had to try, right? I think it's safe to say we're probably just going to die next turn. Boy, why don't these mopey creatures deck play something like Pyroclasm?
It's not like they don't play. It's not like you're not playing red, you know.
Why can't Naya Charm be a 3 damage to all creatures?
This is 3 damage to one creature.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
Alright, well... So because he can mass Polymorph next turn with a land... I think I actually want to kill this spawn. And tap down a land again. In hopes to keep him off of mass Polymorph next turn. Because even though it would only be for 2, that could still be Emrakul and Iona. And we just can't beat those 2. Alright, now with Awakening Zone, it's going to be pretty much impossible to fight this. I think we're going to see what we hit with off our Bloodbraid here.
That's pretty good.
Well, that's half of what we want, so... Right. I think now, actually, oddly enough, we're going to go ahead and Helix one of these. Or a Johnny Helix, not technically Lightning Helix, but... And then... Wait, did I set my Bloodbraid? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, good. I thought I misclicked on my own Bloodbraid.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
Right. So the idea here is, if we can keep him... If he just mass polymorphs for 1, if he hits an Obstinate Baloth, that's not good for him at all. I mean, it's just fine slowing us down, but it's not like that big of a deal. But also with this, we can keep him down to essentially 1 token a turn, or even possibly none, if we do this right next turn when we get to untap. Okay, well now that plan kind of goes out the window because 2 Awakening Zones, but...
Well, that's the thing.
So, now I think our plan is just going to become... Keep them off as much as we can keep them off of. I guess I should have probably done this first. Tried to tap down the island. Wait, no, that's not how it works. That's not Tameo the Moon Sage. That's not... That doesn't tap it. It just means it doesn't untap next turn. That's not how that card works. Yep. I totally can read Magic cards. I don't know why I thought it tapped it down too.
I mean, these are all cards we haven't played with for a very long time.
That's so not a red-white thing to do to tap things. Alright, so... Next turn, depending on what he does, we could win the game, technically. Possibly, maybe, just a little bit. But probably not, because he's probably got Mass Polymorph for 2. Into... I don't know, Terastodon and Emrakul. I think those two would be the worst. Actually, no, probably Iona on white stopping Stoneforge Mystic would probably be pretty bad. Alright, Baloth we don't mind too much about. It's a little awkward, but whatever. Right, attack here. Alright. Now we hope he doesn't hit Terastodon or another Obstinate Baloth and hope to win the game next turn. Well, if he somehow Mass Polymorphs this next turn, he's going to hit basically everything in his deck and we just kind of die. But the Halmar depth suggests that's not what's going to happen.
Just did it wrong.
And I would be wrong. Those Balos sure are awkward. Going back up to 11. What to do, what to do, what to do.
You're grinning, you've got that Basilisk collar in hand, don't you?
I wish. That would have been such a good feeling. Alright, let's, how's last polymorph form word? Oh yeah, I should have killed one of your, things. I don't know, man. This doesn't feel good. We're about to lose. Is this game 3?
No, I'm actually not sure.
That's this game feels like it's gone on forever. I don't know what game it is anymore. Yeah, we're just dead here. I mean, he's gonna attack with Emrakul. We're gonna sack 6 permanents, and then basically just be dead anyway. Please stop doing that, dog. Squeebo. Well, there goes our one hope of winning. Our hope was he was going to get too aggressive, swing with the entire board, and we were going to Cunning Spark Mage, kill one of these, and be able to keep enough stuff to hopefully swing for lethal or close to it, but it's not an option anymore.
So neither they still trigger if I attack your Planeswalker?
Yes, I believe, because whenever you declare an attack.
I guess we'll see, huh?
Wait, are you attacking the Planeswalker?
I don't know, am I? I thought I was.
John's Vengeance attacking. Okay. Well, it's not showing me the arrow where it's attacking right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just because.
Sounds like a good plan.
Alright, we're just going to pack it in here. Alright, we successfully managed to lose each of the matches.
You
Fun
won the
feeling.
other match.
Yeah, but you kind of mulliganed to 6. Or to 4, I mean.
Well.
Alright, so moral of the story is Jund is great. Really good. Maelstrom Pulse is great. Blightning is great. Bloodbraid is great.
There's a reason why everybody hated Jund when it was in Standard.
Yeah. Mythic Inscription, it's a very, very resilient, grindy kind of deck that gets to kind of play the best cards in the format to some extent. You know, some of the best creatures with Knight, 2 of the best Planeswalkers with Jason, Elspeth.
All the Manor Dorks.
Plus, you're getting a combo kill with Sovereigns of the Lost Alara. Yeah, so that's pretty good. And then Blue-Green Polymorph, again, just being able to slap a bunch of fatties on the board that can A, kill you, or B, stop your opponent from playing the game is great. Vengevine Naya, I think it would have been fine if we weren't playing against the combo deck.
I don't know, that seemed pretty powerful. Like, that was actually a closer matchup than I would have liked it to have been. Like, it definitely... It feels like one of those matchups that's one in your opening hand. It's not one on how you play it out.
Yeah, that was another issue. Both matches, game 1, we kept great hands and were super explosive. And to a lesser extent that first match, but that second match, both games 2 and 3, we had a mulligan to hands that were playable. And I think that was a big problem of it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is another deck that's playing basically like the best creatures you want to play.
Yeah, it's just good
then
stuff.
Realm Razor, of course.
Realm Razor.
Which I gotta say, that was just hilarious.
That was funny. That was awesome.
Time Sieve, game 1 just saw the absolute power of the combo, drawing your entire deck, getting to kill them in one turn, taking turns, And it can be a pretty quick combo. It's got mana accelerant. It was one of those decks that you had to be prepared for when you went to a bigger tournaments.
Yeah, if you weren't prepared for it, it would pretty much get you every time.
And then Pyromancer's Ascension, kind of the definition of like an all-in Storm deck without being Storm.
It did have that Calcite Snapper, though. That was a pretty good deck in the day.
Yeah, Calcite Snapper, really cool. And then also, this sideboard was playing Killing Fiend, which is another one that's kind of takes away when you're not going to be able to win through just sheer bolting them and burning them out. You have Killing Fiend to just make it a giant creature and kill them quick.
One of those, like, all forever famous pet cards of people.
Yeah, occasionally sees play in Modern as a pretty bad deck, but usually ends up having those games where it just dumps its hand, Teamer Battle Rages, and kills you for like 20 damage, double strike.
Yeah, it's one of those cards that is never always good, but often is, like, if it is good, it's going to be enough to just completely destroy anybody. But if, I don't know, you have to get to that point where you can actually do it because it's so easily disrupted.
Yeah, definitely. So one thing about these decks that I think, if they were rebuilt using the same card pool, but in today's format, with today's rules, I think for one, Jace Beleren would just not be played at all.
Yeah, he'd have no point, and just everyone would laugh at him.
Because the more, like, when I played Jace, all I could think about was, I really wish this was a Mind Sculptor so I could just brainstorm and try and dig myself out of this.
Yeah.
Instead of giving both of us a card just to keep a card drawing us cards.
Yeah. To be honest, like, when you have a Jace Mind Sculptor sitting across the board and there is no Planeswalker rule in effect anymore, like, Jace Beleren is the only Jace you wouldn't want to play in that scenario. Yeah, I mean, I would even like to see the mill one. I forget what his name
Memory
is.
Adept. Yeah.
I mean,
I will never forget that card's name. But yeah, no, Memory Adept would have been a lot better. Being able to mill them, at least giving them some kind of threat. But, Architect thought, giving you some kind of card advantage that's not giving to your opponent. Because that's the thing, in that situation, Beleren was ticking down to just give me cards, and he just would die to an attack.
Architect had thought, oh my goodness, against blue-green polymorph was like ridiculous. Oh, that's some good tech right there.
Yeah. I mean, most of these decks don't change under the new rules.
Well, I mean,
but I think the Jaces are the big one that, like take Polymorph. Like, we see Jace Beleren in the sideboard of the deck because of how powerful Jace was.
Yeah.
So you can see that this deck was clearly later in the near the end of the format.
Well, Jace Wars did go on before. Yeah. I mean, it was always a thing. It just didn't really get to be a thing. Like, such a big thing. It wasn't an auto-include until, like, Stoneforge was around. Maybe a little bit before it, but you really started to see a lot when Cobblade happened. And that was just all the time.
But, I mean, just, like, keep in mind within World Wake, like, there were players that today, in the Pro Tour with Jace, today they would have easily snapped off, I'm going to play 4 Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Oh, yeah.
Players like Louis Scott Vargas, that first Pro Tour, chose to not play Jace the Mind Sculptor in it.
Yeah, it's true.
That's insane to think about.
I forgot about that.
And so, like, moving forward, we see that Jace gets a lot more prevalent, meaning Jace Beleren becomes a lot better because it's like a Doomblade for Jace. So,
I think that, honestly, other than being like some fun magic, and playing these decks again, the only thing that really does change is the Jace thing. I mean, the Scry thing's obviously big. It's a big deal. We didn't realize it because no one plays these decks anymore, but that's just kind of good across the field for both players. But that was just humongous playing that. What was the second game? We realized that?
Yeah.
Storm against...
the Pyromancer Ascension deck, being able to scry after it mulligans, it felt pretty good. Like, that felt like a pretty significant change. I think the deck would have been a little bit stronger if that would have been in effect then. But,
Yep.
So, yeah. I think that's about it for us today. Moving forward, we're going to be doing this probably maybe once or twice a month, with this going to be taking different standard periods. The next one we're probably going to do is probably going to be Zendikar block with Scars of Mirrodin block together, which means you're going to see like Valakut and definitely some Cobblade.
Some goblins.
Yeah, probably some goblins.
See some original Karn action there.
Boros, aggro, the Landfall deck. Get to see Stoneforge Mystic really start to do what
Eldrazi green.
it's really powerful for. And then another segment we're going to do is a modern What If series where basically what we're going to do is take a card off the modern ban list and be like, hey, okay, what would happen if we unban this card? And we'll play a couple different matchups and just see how it goes, see if the card maybe is it too powerful, is it not powerful enough, would it matter, stuff like that. So, alright, if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button, and if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys next time.